itself in all. Namaste, Om Tat Sat. This is Swami Nikhilananda and welcome to Spirituality and Vedanta Philosophy. Every week I have been posting profound spiritual knowledge and insights that I have learned directly from my self-realized enlightened master Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji of Miami, Florida, and I expect to continue to do that. So please subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon for updates on my latest videos. In today's video, we are going to speak and talk about a very profound subject called Karma, Part 2. We have already released a video on Karma Part 1, so please subscribe to my channel if you have not heard that yet, because that would give you a fundamental foundation. And now we are going on to Karma Part 2. But just to remind those of you who have listened to this, that we talked about the karma process is karma is action and then the reaction that comes from our action. That process by itself is called karma, and therefore every karma that is germinated has to be accounted for and eventually purged, either in a good way or in a bad way. Either there's a reward or there's a penance or a punishment that has to neutralize that karma. We had talked about three basic kinds of karmas. One is the Sanchita karma. Sanchita karma is all your accumulated storehouse of actions over how many ever lives you have had, and this is not your only embodiment according to Vedanta and Sanatana Dharma philosophy. We have about 8.4 million species, so we have a lot of karmas that we accumulate, that we are keeping with ourselves. The second one is called the Prarabdha karma, which is your last thought generates your new embodiment, and the Prarabdha karma is made up of Jati, Ayu and Bhoga, which we covered in our previous video. So if you have not seen it, please do that now to get a deeper understanding of it. But Prarabdha karma is your current actions that you are generating in this present life, in this human embodiment. And finally, Kriyamana karma are current actions that you will be doing in this life. That includes all kinds of actions that you have done and you will be doing. And from the Kriyamana karmas, some of the karmas will fructify immediately, some will do it in a while. So the Kriyamana karmas will either go back to Sanchita karma or to Prarabdha karma. So therefore this theory of karma becomes very important to understand, because every action, even according to Newton, has a reaction to it. So from our perspective of the theory of karma, think of Sanchita karma as grains, if you will, or seeds that will germinate. So think of Sanchita karma as a silo in which all the farmer's seeds are located from his harvests that he has done. So think of that accumulated storehouse. And the Prarabdha karma, think of the grains that he will need for that present day. Like when you have to cook, you don't need that entire silo to come out. Only a few of the quantity will be taken out that needs to be cooked for that particular day or that month or whatever, which kind of is our Prarabdha karma. From that example, Sanchita becomes the silo in itself, and then whatever you have taken out, like a bag of rice or a bag of grain, for example, becomes your present life or Prarabdha karma. And then your Kriyamana karma is what you are going to cook for your breakfast or lunch. So that you're breaking it down into smaller components, but Kriyamana are your current actions that you'd be doing. In other words, for those of you who would like data or understand programming or that kind of thing, Sanchita karma is your entire storehouse of data, every single data file that you ever own on all your cloud drives, whatever. And then, so that is your Sanchita, accumulated. Then Prarabdha karma is this current embodiment, which means you are thinking of a project to do. So in that particular project, you only need about 10 files from your entire data of storehouse, right? So you need only those. So you're thinking of those files and you start to open that. That becomes your Prarabdha karma. And your Kriyamana karma is that particular file that you're working on at this moment. You're not working on all 10 at the same time. At this particular time, you're only working on one, and then you'll jump on to the next next one, and so on. So that becomes your kriyamana karma. And every action has an impact. So when we do good things, we get good actions, and when we do bad things, we get bad results. So therefore, it's important to do good karmas. So now let's take it to the next level of the daily actions that we need to do every single day. And that's what Sanatana Dharma and Vedanta philosophy teaches us, that there are 5 kinds of actions that we should be doing in a human embodiment. And I'm thinking it's important that I share with you what each of these 5 actions are and how we should be doing them. So, and we are doing them subconsciously anyway, but it's always good to bring a realistic perspective in front of us. So the first one is Nitya Karma. Nitya means daily actions. Daily, what would you do daily? We brush our teeth every single day, we shave or we get ready, we shower, we bathe. So daily activities that you do to keep yourself going, your body clean, and so on. So from the Vedanta perspective, there is no special credit due to you if you do these things. But if you don't do them, there is a demerit. So you have to, for example, keep your body clean, do ethical things, brush your teeth. Those kind of things are daily actions that you're supposed to do. Second one is Naimitya Karma. And these are things that you don't do every day. You only do it on certain occasions, like when you have marriages or a death of a family member. In that case, there are certain responsibilities that you are accountable to do, and you should do them. Again, here, no special credit if you do them, but there is a demerit if you don't do them. They are called Naimitya Karma. And third one is Kamya Karma. These are actions that you can do based on your thought process or what you want to do. Here's where we have the most freedom in Kamya Karma and our daily actions. So therefore, it's very important to understand that every action will have a reaction to it. So if we do good things, therefore, if you do things like charity, compassion, love, kindness, and acts that help humanity, those will generate good seeds and good actions for you. And if you do the inverse of that, which means you do bad things and trouble people and do theft and those kind of things that we should not be doing, they will have a adverse consequence as well. So Kamya Karma is important. Try to build our sattvic lives, our purity in our lives, our spiritual practices. Most of you, I think, are spiritual people. That's why you're connected to this channel. If you do this, understand that the more sattva and purity you generate, good actions you do, will help you in your Kamya Karma process. And the scriptures then take us to the 4th level of karma, which are Nishiddha Karma. These are prohibited karmas or actions. So the scriptures specifically forbid us to do them. For example, lust, too much passion, killing somebody, acquiring theft, acquiring someone else's property. Those things are considered extremely bad, and our scriptures specifically teach us, don't do them. So in this case, if you do those actions that are prohibited, you are incurring a bad karma, and therefore you have to purge that. But if you are not doing them, that is considered the right thing to do. Again, no special merit if you don't do them, but if you do them, in this case, you get a demerit or a punishment for that. And finally, the 5th and the last kind of karma is called Prayashchitta Karma. Prayashchit means penance. So when we do something, when we hurt somebody's feelings, we should do some kind of penance to cleanse our hearts, to become pure and seek forgiveness. Those are the kind of things we need to do penance or prayashchit. So again, an important thing to remember here is, if we have done something and hurt somebody's feelings and we are saying we want to do penance or prayashchit, the important thing is to resolve not to do it again. Because if we keep doing it and keep saying, okay, I'll do a penance later, that doesn't help us. We have to really understand the meaning of these 5 kinds of karmas, and then and be holistic, and then again not do those things again. So the 5 karmas we did talk about are nitya, or daily actions; naimitya, or infrequently, things that we will do; kamya karma, daily actions, but we have a choice to do those things; nishiddha, forbidden ones; and finally prayashchit karma, the things that we should be doing all the time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Swami Nikhilananda signing off on Theory of Karma Part 2. Om Tat Sat, Divine Blessing.